Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. So, I see that Brian Etten went down to Rogersville, and I guess he's still in Rogersville, Tennessee. But where's Summer? Is there any more updates or news on Summer? Ronnie Lawson said everyone is still a suspect. Same thing. Nobody has been cleared. When asked about mom and dad, Ronnie Lawson said everybody is still a suspect. Everybody. When he asked about mom and dad, again, Ronnie Lawson said everybody is still a suspect. Don told him, Brian that is, or let it slip up, it could be someone they knew. My thing with that is when Brian asked, was Candace involved or could have been involved? I don't know if y'all noticed or not, and there were several interviews, so you have to go back and look. I'm not going to pull all of them. But Don closes his eyes for a few minutes, and then he answers. And again, I'm nobody's expert, and I'm not a body expert. But Don closes his eyes, and to me that shows deception. Or I don't know what you call it, that he has knowledge in his head that he don't want to bring to the forefront. But Don closes his eyes for a few minutes, and he's, when he's asked to that, if Candace is involved or guilty, that takes a little bit of time for him to answer. So again, I don't know if Don is starting to see the light, or, sometimes the things of this magnitude does take time to see, especially when someone you love and you really love and you really trust. You don't want to believe guilt. But it was just interesting to me. Also, Candace still would not do an interview with Brian. I don't know why, nor would she let them film the inside of the house. Why? I personally just don't get it. I know if it was my child, I would beg and plead to talk to anyone who would listen. Don sure has not had a problem with that. But, everybody deals with things differently. I personally, in my opinion, I don't understand it, especially since she let Chris interview her house, and she did say at that point that was hers, and it may not be much, but it was hers. So at that time she seemed proud of it. So the world has seen it at its worst, and to me now it's supposed to have been a lot of work done to it and clean somewhat, and whatever, and they've already been through all the hate and torture and bullying, as they call it, and stuff like that. So I don't see at this point it would matter. But she didn't let Dr. film upstairs either, just the basement. But she would not let Brian and his crew go in the house and film. So that just kind of tells me a lot there. Again, if it was me, I would plead and I would show and I would beg. Even I remember Casey Anthony case, the grandparents let them go in and look and interviewed and different things like that. So I don't, I don't understand it. You know, nobody cares really what the house looks like, and the very few that do, that's just ignorance on their part anyway. So it doesn't matter. You should be proud of your home no matter what, especially if you're going through this hard time. Why would they care? It's better than it was, right? It's better than it was when Chris came out. Everyone in this case is a person of interest, said Ronnie Lawson, still sitting in his chair, I see. But Don says Summer was carried down and put in the car, so he's sticking by that. You see all clips on News Nations for facts if you want to go look at that. Chris also did an interview as well on News Nation. You can check that out too. Don says him and Candace has bullied all the things on the internet, and Candace is fragile. However, keep in mind, 24 hours or so ago, Don called Ziggy on a live. I was in that live, and he was so drunk that he thought the real Chris McDonough was on her panel and not watching a video of the news, that he had to cuss her out. And he called her names, and he used the N-word, and he brought racism into this case now. That was not a very good thing to do, Don. But as we're learning more, he's also done that on the lab with Josh, and he's also done it on No Thanks with Doug. And he's used that word many times. And I don't know why racism has to be brought into every case, but in this case, in this particular case, Don, the victims are bringing it in themselves. So that's just kind of strange to me. As if they can tell Ziggy or anyone how to run their shows, you can't, nobody can. But that just blows my mind, because Don has been told to stay off of social media. He has said he would stay off of social media, and he loves it too good, But here's the thing. He calls these lives, and, just like not only just Ziggy, but he calls Doug and Josh and Molly Golightly and different channels. And these people tell him, I don't know where my stuff went. And they tell him, hey, you're on live. I'll get back to that in a minute. They tell him, you're on live. And he still wants to talk. And they advise him that, Don, you're not supposed to be on a live. And it's not a very good idea. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help Candace or your family. And he don't care. He wants to be put up on there. So it's nobody's fault but his to do this. Okay, so when he does this, people cannot blame the creators or the channels for allowing it. Don was warned. Don knew what was going on, and he still chose to go on there and show his true colors, bash Ziggy, use racism, and use the N-word and all the above. Now, he says nobody focuses on Summer and nobody's looking for his little girl. That's just not the truth. It seems to me that Don and Candace is not the one, and the real players in this game is not the ones looking for Summer. That they want to keep it hush-hush, and I don't know if it's because it got so big that they did not expect this or not. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning would be behind it. To me, if CPS was coming and they thought they would take Summer and find SA and this, that, and the other, and Don would get a felony, well, in my mind, and this is my opinion only, to me that didn't make sense, because I'm just going to say it didn't make sense, because I know if that happened to me, I'm still not going to want to get rid of my little girl. I'm going to want to stay and fight the DCF or CPS or whatever you call it there. I'm going to open my doors. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Or, on the other hand, I'm going to not open my doors, because you know what? I know for a fact you do not have to open the doors for CPS, period. And then they do not have a case. So say, like, for example, if CPS called and said, hey, I got this call from, just like we know this one YouTuber who calls CPS on everybody. Let's just say, they call and they come to your door, or they give you warning or whatever, and they say, I'm going to need to investigate because I got this call. You know what? You never have to give them the opportunity to come in your house, and that's a fact, and get an open case on you. You can tell them to go kick rocks. That's a fact. It amazes me how many people on here in the internet world think they know so much about everything that's going on. And I sit back and I look and I go, oh my God, this just makes my head go round and round. Well, some people need to get their facts straight. But you know what? If you do not do that, I'm not saying it's right, but they cannot open a case on you. Don't let them in your life. Once you let them in your life, then yes, you got problems. The only time that they're in your life is if you open the door and you start messing with them and trying to prove yourself right or wrong or whatever. And then they make a case on you, and it usually lasts 30 to 45 days before they find evidence that's either fact or not factual, and then they will close the case if it's not founded. But if it is founded, they'll give you things to do, and then you can fix it. And if you don't, then yeah, you can be in trouble. But it has to be pretty bad, and they do frown on meth, especially when there's little kids in the house. They probably frown on meth use more than they do SA. That's a little bit harder to be proven, but they frown up on that, and that is pretty much an automatic. They will take your kids out of the house, and I don't care where you're at. You don't have to listen to me. It don't matter to me, but I know what I'm talking about. You can take that with a grain of salt or not. It don't matter to me. My point is, and I want to try to get back on point, is I don't believe it was because summer got gone that CPS was coming and they were scared. Because why would you, if you love your child, why would you get rid of your child if you love your child? And I have no doubt they love Summer. I have no doubt there. And I'm not saying they S8 her. There's nothing that can be proven. Your past does not always mean your present. But, you know, that's just one thing I was thinking about today heavily. But if she's with also friends, family, or somewhere, why is she gone for so long if you planned this? Did you not know it would go on this long or this much? Because there's people, even neighbors in Beach Creek, a lot of people didn't even know about Summer. A lot of people, it's a fact, people didn't even know Candace was pregnant. So, I don't know. I just don't understand. They like to play games. Was it a game, a hoax? Was it meant to be to get back at one parent or the other? They like to play sick jokes. Just take that sick prank they did to Mary. I mean, I just can't fathom this. I can't wrap my head around it. But anyway, Donald, back to him. He called Ziggy names and he used the N-word and he brought racism into the case now. So I guess we're going to have to deal with that just like anything else and hear that for God knows how long. And as if Don can tell anyone, what it was, he thought she had Chris McDonough up on his, up on her stream live, is what set him off, and he called in, and it was just a video, as if he can tell anyone how to run their show. He just calls them on lives, and again, like Doug and Josh at the lab, and he demands to go on live and be put on speakerphone. And then when he's warned, because people try to tell him and they try to protect him for his own good, he does not listen. He does it anyway. He wants to talk. Well, Don's a grown man. He can talk to anybody he wants to, and he shouldn't be stopped. Let him talk. That's my opinion. But on the other hand, when he does that, he says, nobody's looking for my daughter. Nobody's looking for Summer. No. Don, when you do that, it takes the focus off of Summer. And you and Candace are the ones who are taking the focus off of your daughter and doing all of the distraction, talking about all the other things that is irrelevant right now. They may be important, but they are irrelevant. Okay? All everybody wants is that Summer to be found. And 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're trying to do that. Are we going to find Summer? Are we going to be the ones? No, we're not. Not me, not Ziggy, not Cher, not Benny Keys, not anybody. We're not going to find Summer. But we may find some clues or some irrelevant information. We may be out here and somebody may hear something or see something that is relevant, that may pop in somebody's head to save your little girl and remember something from months ago. But you need to stop the distraction because you're distracting away from her. You are. When you come on here and you do these deflections and distractions, y'all are taken away from Summer. Summer needs to be found. Okay, and when they asked, what's his connection to the local dealers, Don says, no, he can't go there. Don, why can you not go there? What's up with that? Why? Are you being threatened? I don't care if it's by the cornbread mafia, the Mexican mafia, the gigolo mafia, the Likes, the Dykes, the Andys, the Bernards, the frickin' Baltimores, the made up shit. I don't care. The Ku Klux Klan. Who? The police? Why can't you go there? It's about your daughter. Would you not save her life? Let's say this had not happened and you was the best parents on earth, you and Candace, and she had cancer or leukemia, and the only way that you could save her is through one of those drug dealers or one of those colored people or one of those mafia people, or whatever you're thinking is, sir. And she needed blood and she needed to survive, and you really, really wanted to save your child. And that goes with any of your children, and you and your wife included. Are you going to tell me you would not use their blood transfusions or anything mouth to mouth to save her, them, or yourself? I mean, I don't get it. Okay. Also, Don likes to shut it down when you start that, and it's just not right. Just please, Don, start telling the truth and stop destroying your own lives and your children's lives, and please bring Summer home. Stop the show. YouTube as a whole, okay, there's some that don't, but YouTube as a whole would love nothing more in this world to have Summer back and go on with our lives and help someone else who may actually need it, want it, appreciate it more. I mean, and that's a fact. Some of us have put our whole entire life and soul into this case to find this little girl or to find clues about her. We do not get money for her. I know there's some that do. I do not get money for her. I do not care for the likes and clicks. I have got plenty because people mention my name, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of my subs. But the way I look at it, that's just that many more eyes and ears open to find summer. And to me, it just seems like that there's people there that do not want summer found. That's what y'all should be getting to the bottom of and finding out why. Because I don't know why. I don't know why. I was going to play you a clip, but I do not know why my system will not come on. I am working on getting me a laptop. All I want in this world is to help people. Long before this case come along, I helped a little bit out in some missing people and different things in my life. And I'm not a bad person. I have all these trolls, and, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I have had enough tragedy in my life and crisis in my life to stand a lifetime. But guess what? I am no victim. I am nobody's victim. I stand up for myself, and I stand up for the ones I love and what I care about and what I am passionate about. I do not know what's going on with my computer. But it doesn't really matter, okay, what anybody thinks about me. I have a good heart, and I appreciate anybody and everybody who subs to me, who likes my videos. If you don't like my videos, that's fine too. You know, all I've wanted to do in my whole life is help people. Okay? And I don't know if something's come undone or not. Hold on. But I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to do another video later. I guess that's all for right now. I love y'all, and I'm so grateful for you. I will pop this video back on as soon as I get my computer up. And I appreciate you all. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.